I am just in from a walk with Indiana and Sasha, and I really fancy hot chocolate because it is cold outside. And I thought this would be the perfect time to set up my hot chocolate / hot drink station. I kind of have one of these throughout the year. You guys know my kitchen is tiny. And so last year I bought this, it's actually like a garden tiered tray, but they didn't have exactly what I wanted. And this was only $12.99 in TK Maxx, and I was like, it'll do the job. So I used this last year for like a hot chocolate station, and then I just kept it up throughout the year because it was so handy as we keep our kettle here. And we don't have a huge amount of cupboard or counter space, and the kind of tiered or shelf effect is really cool. So I'm actually just gonna pimp this out a little bit and turn it into a hot chocolate station. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna be doing. So hopefully you can see me and the tiered tray. This morning I was super productive and I washed all my Christmas dolls. You might remember these from our first Vlogmas, which our first or day one Vlogmas, sorry. Really need the hot chocolate and maybe a little coffee in it. From day one Vlogmas, I think I got these in the range last year. So I'm just gonna hang, will you see that? A couple of festive cups. I actually have, well, not loads, I have a few different ones. But I'm just gonna hang a couple of festive cups just above so they're easy and quick to grab. Already in here I've got tea, coffee, my sugar, James's sugar. I adore these Nescafe, what are they? Salted toffee macadamia. Yeah, it's some sort of flavored coffee. They are really nice. So I keep a stash of those there as well. And these seasonal beanies flavored coffees. I buy these in Lidl. This is the mint chocolate one. There's a few different ones. So good. And I love this small size, so you can have a few of them on the go at one time. And then I just have like a regular old instant coffee. I keep my fancier coffees elsewhere. This is just for the really quick and go. We've got our Barry's tea in here, staple in any hot drink station. And then we have some fancy English tea down here. That came in some gift thing, and I'm trying to use them up. I have all my fruit teas and my herbal teas elsewhere. These are just the kind of the quick grab and go things. I also keep my teaspoons down here in, they're actually all kind of these copper rose gold mugs. I got these in pennies last year, I think. So to this, I'm gonna see if my Santa Claus sugar bowl will fit up here. Oh, he will. I think what I might do, because mine is already part of a set that I use when visitors are here, and James's is black and very unfestive, I'm gonna stick his sugar in Santa. So I'm gonna very quickly do that. I'm going to do it over the sink as well in case I spill anything. Super festive. Okay, so hot chocolate wise, this is like crack cocaine. It is amazing. I've never tasted hot chocolate like it. I got it in deals for the first time a few years ago, and now anytime I see it there, I just bulk buy because they don't always have it. It is by Mocat. It's a gold premium hot chocolate drink, they call it, gingerbread flavor. Now don't be fooled by the other flavors they do. It's the gingerbread one that you want. I always keep this in the in its original container. You'll see why I'm saying that in a moment. And I just pop it along here, but this is probably what I'm going to have now. I do have some standard hot chocolate. Actually, full disclosure, I have many hot chocolates in my press. Some of them are dark, some of them are like fancy. But I always have a pretty bog standard one because there are like fits and spurts with hot chocolates here in our house. Sometimes we constantly drink it. But let's call this our bog standard one. I think I picked it up in Lidl recently. But because this is super tall, and while the colours are a little bit festive, my jam jar is so much cuter. So I'm going to decant some of this into some of this. Now you might be saying to yourself, but Blaithin, you're taking it out of its original container. How on earth will you know how to make hot chocolate? Oh, trust me, I will know. I will know how to make the hot chocolate because I make it so often. And now you're probably thinking to yourself, oh Blaithin, but James won't know how to make the hot chocolate. And you'd be right. James in our 15-year relationship has probably made hundreds of hot chocolates, specifically for me. A few less for himself. He will ask me each time, every single time, but I still love him. So, hot chocolate decanted. I'm going to pop that in there. I tried to keep all the kind of like, let's call them the darker drinks, the chocolate, hot chocolates and the coffees in one line, so it's just easier to grab. Next, you got to think of your hot chocolate additions. So, excuse me for one moment. For me personally, there are three main staples. You got your candy canes, you got your chocolate stirs, and your marshmallows. Now, I'm not sort of, you know, super fussy when it comes to marshmallow. For me, a marshmallow is a marshmallow. I can go for a mini or a large. At the moment, I'm using Christmas tree marshmallows. But again, this large hideous bag is not going to look cute in my hot chocolate station. So I'm going to use one of my jam jars. So much cuter. Now, in order to preserve their freshness, these unfortunately have to stay in their wrappers, which is a bit unsightly. I don't really like that, but you know, you gotta keep these things fresh, otherwise what's the point in having them? When it comes to a candy cane though, they can be used as decoration in a cup. So I love this cup. It's really festive. James actually got given it as a Chris Kindle a few years back. But, big but with this. It's a lovely cup. It has no handle and it gets incredibly hot. So unfortunately it has been relegated to decor. we pretty much have our staples in. Now we're just gonna do a little bit more sort of decorating, just to make it cute. So, I always keep some trays behind the hot drink station. And for Christmas, I'm adding just a couple of festive trays. I've no idea where these are from. My mum gave them to me a while back. I imagine they're probably from like Deal's or a Pound Shop or maybe Mr. Price, but you can pick things like this up everywhere. I bought these kind of sets, and they also come with like a Santa head plate in Deal's. I think it was last year. And these kind of bottle ones are a little bit sort of oddly shaped. They might take a very thin biscuit or a couple of sweets. These are perfect if you want just a couple of biscuits or a couple of sweets or a few squares of chocolate. But you might be able to see this one here is chipped a little bit. It came like that. It was like the last one there, and I couldn't leave it because I wanted 2 sets. I'm actually going to buy, if they're in this here, I'm going to buy loads more because they're only $1.50. But this chipped one, I'm going to use as some decoration in here. And these little smaller ones I'm just gonna have close by. I love this particular bar of chocolate. It's like a dairy milk and a Terry's chocolate orange mixed together. It's, I think it's like Bubbly is the name of it. It's in Lidl, and I love it. I could eat it all of the time, but obviously that's not very good for you. So these plates are perfect for portioning for me. So I'm just gonna add these in for easy access. And finally, it needs a little bit of light. I bought these little string lights in Deal's last year for €1.50. They're a tiny little set, but I think they make the perfect addition to the hot chocolate station. So there you have it, my very small hot chocolate station. So we've got our marshmallows and our candy canes and our teaspoons, flavored chocolates and hot chocolate, our sugars, plates, tea, and cups. Now I think it's time to make some hot chocolate. smells so good. So I am going to enjoy my hot chocolate. I hope you enjoyed today's Vlogmas. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I shall see you tomorrow.